Yo, what's cracking, lads? It's your boy Tom. I just got done watching this link that my boy Crute hit me up with. It was just a tournament again, but watching it on Twitch was a lot different to watching it on YouTube. You really appreciate 60 frames per second. I think in the finals and on the actual tournament I didn't get to see 60 frames per second, even though it was on Twitch, but I could see it in the 2v2s, like how well it flowed, and it looks fantastic. The only things I would say were the map coloring, contrast. I think Ascension literally reminds me of Haven. You can see the coloring, the blue, the brightness, the kind of the aqua just standing out in the contrast, like the juxtaposition between everything. That reminds me of Haven. And on Sanctuary, I think the difference between dark in that map and kind of like slightly brighter is too drastic in my opinion. But if they can fix that, then they're on the right path, honestly, to creating like ultimate like gaming here. What I wanted to talk about, and I was just thinking about it, and yeah, we don't know if MLG's picking it up. It's whatever, you know, that doesn't bother me. Honestly, I think that MLG couldn't stick with Halo because the games were just trash, and now that they have a good game, I mean, they got COD, and COD is very popular, obviously, and no, they don't need Halo, but it would be nice since you know, the first game they ever picked up was Halo 2. It'd be kind of nice to see them pick it up 10 years again as kind of the comeback of Halo. But yeah, what was on my mind was that with the tournaments, you got to think of all these pro players. There are a lot of known ones. You just think of them right off your head, and it's like, oh, Ninja, T2, you know, retired. If you followed MLG or just tournaments in general, like AGLs and stuff like that, UGC events, you'll know a lot of the players. What I was thinking about is that obviously there's 4 games, and I'm thinking it's always going to be between Halo 1, 2, and Halo 2 Anniversary. Obviously there's 2 versions of Halo 2. Do you actually see any of the pros playing Halo 3 or playing Halo 4 competitively? I can't even see people running a tournament for those 2 games. Maybe Halo 3, but I think it's mostly going to stick between Halo 1, 2, and Halo 2 Anniversary. Do you see what I'm saying? But then when you think about that, right, that means you've then got you never know, a few pros, and a lot of people could like Halo 2 Anniversary, and then a lot of people could like either Halo 1 or 2. I'm just thinking, is that going to like split the community of pros, and will it cause arguments is what I'm thinking. Because I could see like a load of YouTubers like posting their gameplay, and then people like, oh, why are you playing Halo 2 Anniversary? This game sucks, it doesn't take skill. Or like someone on Halo 2 Classic doing the opposite. I'm just wondering how that's going to work. Because obviously there's going to be people that are going to stay really loyal to their game. Like, I still see comments to this day about people on Halo 4 and say, well, I just read a comment on a Halo 2 video yesterday saying, oh, I can't believe we're going back to this lousy game 10 years ago. We need armor abilities, we need sprint, that's what separates the good from the bad players. I know, right? There I am, just like with a gun to my head. But I don't even get involved in like comment wars. I'm like, I can't even deal with people like that. Again, you know, I'm just wondering, because obviously when you had like Halo 3 MLG or Halo 2 MLG, it was just those games, like, and everyone was surrounded in those games. So like during 2005 and 2007, everyone was focused on Halo 2, that one game. During 2008 to 2010, everyone was focused on 3. Therefore, it went for Reach in 2012 and 2011. You see where I'm going? But now, when it comes out, you know, this year, and we'll say most of the tournaments will probably go on around 2015 if it comes out in November. It's gonna be like there's gonna be a group community, but it's all gonna be on like separate games. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like everyone's gonna stick to one game. There's gonna be like one tournament that might hold like a Halo 1 tournament, you know, and then you see what I'm saying. I'm just think it's gonna be really interesting to see like what the reputation between players becomes. Like what I'm saying is, can you imagine like if you take the oldest version of like Final Boss or something and put them on Halo 1, and then so they've got their group of community that's really competitive, and then you've then got a really good team at like Halo 2 Anniversary or something, but then do you see what I'm saying? Like everyone's gonna have to compete in different games. I'm just like for money and stuff. I'm just wondering how much skill that'll take for each game. Obviously, you're gonna have a big transition if you're gonna want to compete in all these games, or are you just gonna be competing in that one game you like Halo 2 Classic or Halo 1? I just think it'll be really interesting. It's quite exciting actually to think about it, because that obviously that means that there's gonna be a lot of games to watch, a lot of tournaments to watch, because no one's just going to stick to one game. UGC will throw that Halo 1 event, MLG will throw that Halo 2 Classic throwback event, AGL's, well, I don't know what AGL's doing, but you see what I'm saying? I think that'll be cool. Another thing I wanted to talk about was when do you think we're going to see some Halo 2 Classic gameplay? And not only that, when do you think we're going to see, like, what's the biggest difference you think you're going to see from Halo 2 Original to Halo 2 Classic? Obviously, they're not going to be exactly the same. I know they say it, and they're like, oh, it's going to be shipped exactly like it was 10 years ago. It's like, well, if that was true, then it would take 8 beatdowns to kill someone, so obviously they fucked up in that statement, because otherwise it'd be pre-patch or whatever, but that's all I'm thinking, man, is like how different will Halo 2 Classic version be to the actual original? How well will the double shots work? How well will the glitches work? Will super bouncing even work at all? There was a big talk on, obviously you got NTSC TVs in America, we have PAL, and it's all to do with power supply at some points and stuff like that. And apparently, the NTSC version of Halo 2 Original actually plays faster on your American Xboxes than it does over here on the PAL Xboxes. Not by that much, not as significantly noticeable, but you can. I think it's fact. Someone told me that. I think Cherry told me that, but yeah, it was just. That's it, man. Those are just a few things I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could possibly answer the questions and tell me what you'd like me to talk about in the future, I would be glad to do that. I gotta go. Peace. Layers, dudes.